Hi everyone, my name is Victor and I am one of the founders of BAAYF. We started this camp 30 years ago and it's been a joy for me to see the ways that God is using our ministry to touch people's lives. Always love to go and see the social media posts about BAAYF and people telling their stories and letting others know that God is good to them and just how much they've been blessed by camp over the years. I'm here today to get us started on this year's camp, and obviously, you know, we can't be at the Redwoods, we can't be spending the week with each other, but you know, we're going to make the best of it this year, and we're going to be doing things virtually, and I trust that even if we're not together, it's going to be a different and still enlightening and a wonderful experience for us this year. And as you go on in your lives, you may look back to 2020 and remember something about BAAYF that was done online that was meaningful for you. So our theme this year is sustain. And one of the reasons that we came up with this theme was because we know that every year it goes like this. Students come to camp and sometimes they're not sure why they're there. Maybe their mom or dad sent them, maybe they just came with their friends, and you know, they're not sure why they're there. But as they spend time at camp, you know, God blesses them. And their lives are changed, and they have thoughts about themselves that they never had before. They realize who they are as a child of God, and they may make you know, major decisions in their lives. And by the end of the week, they're so excited. I remember we had one student years ago who came and told me, you know, does camp have to end today? You know, can we stay for another week? And you know, she was so excited about being at the Redwoods and being at BAAYF. You know, another week would not have bothered her. Maybe that's how you feel when you go to camp. But then you go home, and reality sets in. Things may not be going well with your friends. Maybe your parents are not happy with the way you're performing in school. And yeah, you got to go back to school. And you just think to yourself, oh, here's life again, and how am I going to get through this? And that's what was one of the thoughts, again, behind having this theme sustain, because we want you to be able to experience God, not just 1 week out of the year, but, you know, 52 weeks, 24/7. We want you to experience the presence of God. And so to get us started this morning, I want us to look at the story of Joseph out of Genesis 37. I'm going to ask you to read that on your own after we're done here. But, you know, that was not a great time in Joseph's life. All kinds of mistakes going on. His father considered him his favorite son, and you know what happens when parents play favorites. The other brothers are intensely jealous of Joseph and they hate him. And they go to the nth degree with this. They are so mad at Joseph. They are so jealous of him being the favorite that they sell him into slavery. Some Ishmaelites are coming by. They've thrown Joseph into this cistern. And so the brothers pull him out of the cistern. They sell him to the Ishmaelites. And he's taken off to Egypt as a slave. That was not a very good day for Joseph. We don't see it so much in this chapter, but in the chapters that follow, God begins to do some amazing things in Joseph's life. And in order for those things to happen, Joseph had to sustain his faith. He had to remain faithful. And even when his brothers are mad at him, no fault of his own, but they are jealous, they sell him into slavery. I mean, how bad can it get? And it would have been very easy for Joseph to cry out to God, you know, God, why did you allow this to happen? Why are you putting me here? Why am I going off to Egypt? Why am I being separated from my family? Why do my brothers hate me? You know, very easy for Joseph to complain. But Joseph sustained his faith. And it allowed God to do some wonderful things in his life and in the life of his people, the life of his family. We're going to see how that unfolds in the weeks ahead. So to get started this week with BAAYF, what I want you to do is I want you to spend some time reading that story in Genesis 37. I want you to consider what life is like right now. Maybe there's some challenges going on for you. Maybe there's some things not going as well as you would hope. And I want you to bring that before God. I don't know how many of you know how to journal, but find a piece of paper, or just go type some things onto your laptop or into your phone, and just let God know what your situation is. Now, certainly God knows what's going on in your life, but it helps us when we express that to God. So go ahead, read Genesis 37, see how bad it was for Joseph, but then talk to God. Let him know what's going on. Where are you hurting? What things are lacking in your life right now? How can you sustain your faith during a trying time? Yeah, it'd be nice if we were at camp 24/7, but that's not real life. Let's see how God moves in us when we're not at camp. All right? So please do that, and we'll get back to you next week with another thought about Joseph.